So after months of rumors and speculation, we finally have the LG G6. This isn't a final production unit, so we can't do our full review, but I have been testing and using it for about 48 hours. And there's been a ton of questions in the comments of our video and on the article about the phone. So I took the 6 biggest questions, because LG G6 seems like 6 things make sense, try to help you guys understand the phone and what it can do and not do a little bit better. So the first big one is the screen resolution. It's 18:9. And I had the same question in the video, is why isn't it just called 2:1? So I asked LG, like, what the heck? And they said because people are used to that 9 number. So 16:9 makes sense. So calling it 18:9 just made sense to people. But I like to do division. So for me, it's 2:1, but that's at least the reasoning behind it. But more importantly than the reasoning is what that's going to give you, or at least what LG claims it's going to give you. So it's a really long screen, or I guess kind of wide if you turn it that way. It's great for multitasking, which is sort of native now to Android Nougat, which indeed this has. So you almost get 2 square blocks if you are multitasking, which is a really cool way to see 2 things at once. You know, watch a video or reply to a text or an email. And also, obviously, LG did a lot of stuff in their own software to take advantage of that unique screen real estate. Their camera app, for example, you get a full carousel on the left-hand side or the top, depending on how you're holding it. So you don't have to click a button to see all of your photos you've taken. You can see them right there. Also, they have a square camera app, so you can see what your Instagram picture is going to look like before you take them. There's a lot of things that it can do that maybe you couldn't do on a traditional 16:9 or 3:2 aspect ratio. So another question that I saw a lot was about the curved screen. It's not curved like the S7 Edge. The screen itself, while flat, is curved and the edges are curved. And that's to make the phone a little bit more durable. So if it hits in the corner, you can sort of dissipate out that impact point. There's also a lot of other durability things that went into the phone. It has pretty much all the Gorilla Glasses. So the front screen is Gorilla Glass 3, over the lenses is a Gorilla Glass 4, and then a curved piece around the back is Gorilla Glass 5. So really all the Gorilla Glass family is on board here as well. And LG also talked a lot about the structure of the phone to make it more durable for drop. So not that I'd suggest you drop your phone, but if you happen to drop it, you should be all right. Perhaps the biggest question was about the battery. It's 3,300 milliamp hours, and people were like, what the heck? Other flagships have bigger batteries. And I mentioned in our hands-on video, LG spent a long time talking about the battery. They could have put a bigger battery in, but they left space to make sure this thing is safe. You could tell that them and probably every other manufacturer out there is terrified about what happened with the Note 7 and wanted to make sure they avoided that. So they tested this battery at normal heat levels at 130, 140 degrees. They gave it room to swell. They just wanted to make sure it wasn't gonna smoke, explode, or catch fire. I think you're gonna see a trend amongst manufacturers sort of follow that route. So that's why the battery, while big, isn't as big as perhaps it could have been or maybe would have been if the Note 7 didn't have its issues. That said, LG does claim pretty good battery life, and in my 2 days of testing, battery life has actually been pretty solid. But the more I use it, the more I'll let you know. Another odd question was, where's the power button on the thing? So the fingerprint reader on the back, you can actually push it in, and that's also your power button. So you guys love high quality audio. So good news, bad news. The DAC on the LG G6, not here if you live in the US. Instead, LG opted for the 2 wireless charging standards, PMA and Qi. But the DAC will be there in other markets. So if you need your digital analog converter, you might want to look to import a device, but at least if you're wondering and asking what's going on with the DAC, now you know. And last but definitely not least, this was a comment that I saw a ton of, was you're not going to be eating a bowl of boot loops with the G6. I know LG's had issues with dating back as far as the G4 with boot loop issues. They didn't spell it out, and I asked them about it, and they wouldn't sort of comment on it. But I'm using the phone, at least Mike personally, haven't had any boot loop issues. So don't worry about that. Get another serial, and you guys should be all right. So those are 6 combined things to know about the LG G6. Anything else you guys want to know about the phone, let me know as we continue to test and build up to a review. You want to make sure we use the phone for a while to sort of talk about it and things that the phone can do. And it does a lot, and I've been pretty impressed with it, but things can change after only 2 days. So let us know in the comments down below what you guys want to see, and we'll talk about it. And our comment of the day was from our G6 hands-on. It was a very thoughtful comment from Daru002, who says, "No bezel my ass, are you on crack or meth?" And the answer is neither. Happily, neither. And what I meant was the sides. The bezels are very small. You went from like 0 to 100 super fast. But because it's a comment of the day and I gotta, if you want to check them out, I'll link to them down below. Probably don't, But if you do, that's where it'll be. If you want to be featured in upcoming comments of the day, it's obvious. You get it. See you guys next one.